Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about work done by a variable force. In our previous video, we have discussed about work done by a constant force. I will provide the link in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. But the case of a constant force is rarer. A variable force is more common. That is, a force varies with a force continuously varies like that. Okay. And here, this is actually a plot of varying force in one dimension. That is, for example, consider an object moving along the x-axis. But the force, along the y-axis, the x-axis, along the x-axis, we have the positions of the object, different positions of the object. Along the y-axis, we have taken the force. And this force is a function of x, which means that force actually depends on that, the force actually varies with the positions x. Okay, so it is a varying force. Alright, now here, the object is moving along the x-axis, that is in one dimensional case. It is in one dimension. But the force acting on it is varying. That is, the force is not a constant force acting on the object. That is, see here in this graph, at this particular point, the force is this much. Okay, from here to here. The force will have some value, so only this much. But at this particular point, you can see that the force is this much. So force varies now. Then somewhere here the force will be different. Alright, that is, force changes from point to point. That is, here we have a varying force. Okay, now let xi be the initial position of that object and xf be the final position of the object. Then what about the displacement? The total displacement will be what? The total displacement, actually the displacement of that object throughout, when we consider the whole motion of that body, will be equal to what? The final position minus initial position. That is xf minus xi. Okay. Now, here you see, I have just divided the whole area under this graph into small successive rectangular areas. Okay, and I am considering a small area. This must be, all must be having, we just want to divide them into small areas. That's all. Okay. Now here, just consider a small area element. Let this point be A, this is B, and this is C, and this is D. So here you see, I am just finding out the area of the small rectangular area element A, B, D, C, or A, C, D, B, like that. Okay, now how can we find out the area of this rectangular element? Actually, area is equal to what? Length into breadth, no? So I am considering, we can write it as AB into BD, no? Okay, one side into the other side will give you the area, no? Okay, so area is equal to AB into BD. Okay, see, AB is actually the difference in these two positions A and B, no? So we can consider AB as the displacement, no? Final position minus initial position, like that. Okay, and here the displacement, we have considered a very small area element. So this distance is very less. Okay, so the displacement AB, that will be very small, no? So I'm representing it with delta x. Okay, I'm taking AB as the displacement, which is very small. So I'm representing the displacement as delta x. Okay, now what about BD? BD, it is the side of this rectangle which is parallel to the force axis, no? So BD actually gives us force. Okay, if the displacement delta x is very small, we can take this force f of x as approximately a constant. Okay, so I'm taking BD as f of x. So we are getting area as delta x into f of x. Okay, now this is actually what? Force into displacement, no? Okay, this is force and this is displacement. What is force into displacement? It is the work done, no? Since the displacement is small, the work done will also be small. So I am representing this area that is equal to the work done, no? Because force into displacement. Since the displacement is small, the work done is also small. So I am representing that work done as delta W. Okay, so we can write delta W is equal to f of x into delta x. Okay, we can write delta W is equal to f of x into delta x. Similarly, we can consider this small area element, we can consider this small area element, okay, and we can find out the corresponding work done. Okay, you can consider each and every small area elements and you can find out the respective work done. Alright, and by adding all those, you will get the total work done. Okay, you can find out the work done corresponding to this, or considering this area element. You can consider this area element and you can find out the corresponding work done. You can consider this area element, you can find out the corresponding work done. Such that you can, like that, you can consider all the area elements and you can find out the respective work done. And you can add all those work done, you will get the total work done. Okay, that is the total work done W. Okay, total work done, so W. Total work done can be written as what? Summation xi to xf f of x into delta x. That is summation over xi to xf f of x into delta x. Why summation over xi to xf? That is summation means we are adding. We want to find out the corresponding work done by considering each area rectangular element here. Then we want to add. That is why summation. Then why summation over xi to xf? Because we are finding out the total work done. No? So we have to take the sum from here to here. Okay, that is the summation is from the initial position to the final position xf. Okay, that is why xi to xf. Alright, now if the displacement is allowed to approach 0, that is when delta x tends to 0, we can write this expression as W is equal to limit delta x tends to 0. That is, we just want to consider very small, a very small rectangular element here. Okay, very small. That is the displacement would be very less. That is approximately equal to 0. Alright, then limit delta x tends to 0, summation xi to xf f of x into delta x. Okay, now limit delta x tends to 0, summation over xi to xf and delta x, that can be written as what? W is equal to integral xi to xf then f of x into dx. Okay, actually this equation limit delta x tends to 0, summation over xi to xf f of x into delta x can be written as integral xi to xf f of x into dx. Okay, that is when we take the limit delta x tends to 0, this continuous summation, this is a continuous summation, or continuously we are adding. So this continuous summation can be replaced by integration. Okay, that is here actually limit stands for the limit of the sum when delta x tends to 0. That is when the displacement are allowed to 0. Okay, when the displacement allowed to approach 0. The number of turns in the sum increases without limit, no. But the sum approaches to a definite value which is equal to the area under the curve, Okay, so for a varying force, the work done can be expressed as a definite integral of force over displacement. So in this video, we have discussed about the work done by a variable force. We will do one numerical problem related with this concept. I will provide the link for that in the description box so you can watch that. Thank you. I hope you understood this. Okay, thank you.